2 days of Israeli airstrikes have killed almost 24 Palestinians, including 11 civilians, 6 of them children. In Israel, 3 people were killed in the south of the country when a rocket launched from Gaza hit an apartment building. Today, fears of a full-scale ground war are increasing as fighting continues even during a 3-hour visit to Gaza by Egypt's prime minister. Now, the United States asked countries that have contact with Hamas to urge it to stop firing rockets from Gaza, as the Senate passed a resolution on Thursday night unanimously supporting Israel's strikes on Gaza. But in a break from the past, Egypt responded by recalling its ambassador, and President Morsi, its new Islamist leader, said, quote, "The Egypt of today is not the Egypt of yesterday. Arabs of today are different than the Arabs of yesterday. Cairo will not leave Gaza on its own."
So I'm just going to jump in with some breaking news. I just arrived to Rafah refugee camp in the southern part of the Gaza Strip. 2 Israeli airstrikes just hit the borderline at the moment. That to bring the number of the airstrike in the last 3 days to 505 airstrikes in 3 days. This is mostly targeting the population of civilians, and the result of that is 23 Palestinians who were killed, among them 80 children, 2 women, and 2 elderly people. There are also 248 people who were injured. Among them, there is 148 children and women. The airstrikes are continuing until the moment as we speak. There are a humanitarian crisis that are increasing in the Gaza Strip as a result of this. There is nowhere to run for the people. There is no shelter. People are quite scared that this bombing is going to continue. This is another night of F-16 heavy missiles are being fired on the population. The Rafah crossing was open today. Kerem Shalom was closed today. Erez crossing was closed. And the humanitarian situation, as I said, is getting much worse.
I wish it were true that everyone in the media were asking who started this. Because if they did, they would see that the timeline of events which we laid out on the electronic Intifada, and others have done so too, shows that there was a truce in place. And this follows a pattern which, unfortunately, Israel has been engaged in for many years, is that Israel rejects the idea of calm. It rejects the idea that people should live without bombs raining down on them, whether it's Palestinians or Israelis for that matter. When Israel attacked Gaza on Wednesday morning, killing Ahmed al-Jabari, it broke a truce. And it set off this escalating violence which has claimed so many innocent lives now. And that was the pattern in the weeks before as well. So this violence is senseless, it's needless, Israel provoked it, but Israel accompanies this violence every time with a barrage of lies that it is defending itself, with these talking points that Hamas is raining missiles on us.
As I'm a civilian, I'm an Israeli, I'm not a government spokesperson or anything like that. However, when I served in the army in 2005, we pulled out every last soldier from the Gaza Strip. We did it thinking that we would get peace as a gesture. It was completely unilateral. All that we got were more rockets and an intensitation and more Iranian rockets pouring in.
Thank you, Leibovich, for the talking point.
Daniel,
However, and I would like to bring up one last point, if I may, without being interrupted, okay? I would like to bring out one last point. Israel is in effective control of the West Bank. It is not in effective control of the Gaza Strip.
So Gaza isn't under siege. Why can't people sail to Gaza? Why can't people sail to Gaza?
People can't sail to Gaza, but they can drive through the Rafah border.
Regarding the withdrawal, the 2005 retreat from Gaza, he mentioned that it was completely unilateral, and indeed it was completely unilateral, and that was the problem. Israel didn't cede control to the people who lived there. It walked out, slammed the door, and threw up fences. The Palestinian government in place at the time in Gaza begged the Israeli government to negotiate security arrangements, and Israel refused. And the immediate result was that Hamas was able to claim victory for having thrown the Israelis out, because the Palestinian Authority had nothing to show for 10 years worth of negotiations. And there were none, and there are no security arrangements.